Lions TV, we are sponsored by Regal Elevators and Lifts Consultants Limited, a company that is owned and operated by a Millwall fan, just like every single one of the sponsors that you can already see on the screen. If you are going to do a bit of business in 2021, then please keep it in the Millwall family by checking out all of our sponsors' website links in the description below or on our website, www.lionstv.co.uk. This is your Thursday Club video. We're going to look back at Tuesday's very good points on the road at the Vitality Stadium. And we're going to look ahead to another difficult away trip on Saturday against Nottingham Forest at the City Ground. But as always, let's wind it back to Tuesday and the starting 11 that Gary the Gaffer picked to start the match. So only two changes were made from the team that won 2-0 at Bournemouth in the FA Cup the previous Saturday. No surprises really. Jeb Wallace comes back into the squad for Tyler Berry, and Bart Bolkowski replaces Frank Fielding in goal. More than expected, those two changes. Let's have a look at the 11. It was Bolkowski in goal. Three centre-backs, Cooper, Hutchinson, Pearce. Scott Malone left wing-back. Danny Mack rightly kept his place at right wing-back. Ryan Leonard and Ryan Woods were the central midfield pairing, with Jeb Wallace on the right, Troy Parrott on the left, and Ken Zahor up front. I was happy with that team. It's not far off the best available for us, and I'll get onto that in a minute. I think it's the right ethos and the right perspective to have for Gary Rowett. I'm not buying into this. Keep chopping it, keep changing it. His mentality and his speech to the players need to be, you keep getting results, you'll keep playing. That is as simple as that. I won't change it as long as you keep getting results and keep playing the way you have been for the last two games. Bournemouth was a different kind of test, and I thought it was going to be a much harder and a much bigger test for all the players on Tuesday, which it was. Danny Mack especially, who thrived on that and was our best player in the game, in my opinion. So yeah, and they've got the job done. And I couldn't fault one player, the manager, nothing. Even when we went in at half-time 1-0 down, I wouldn't have had a problem with us if we'd lost the game, because they showed a bit of tenacity, a bit of togetherness, a bit of fight for the manager and each other, a bit of kick, bollock and bite. And they was brilliant. And I can't fault that. As I said before, time and again, I don't have a problem with us being 16th in the league. I don't have a problem with us finishing 21st in the league, as long as we don't go down. It's just the way it's gone from there to there, dropped like a stone very, very quickly. And to me, Rowett seemed like he had run out of ideas, but he stuck with it. The three at the back, I'm going to put a negative spin on it, and I'll do that after the game, and there is a reason why. But I'm going to try not to be too negative, because I can't ask for any more than a Millwall team, a Millwall performance, and a Millwall manager from what they give us on Tuesday. So there you go. For those saying I just like to moan, I'm trying to get views, far from it. I was over the moon Tuesday. In fact, I sat up till 2 o'clock in the morning finishing off the Vino, and I was absolutely carted. But I enjoyed it. It was a very good night. Let's start out looking at the game. Again, another strange, random, slow, shaky start. I mean, I don't mean it's not random for us to start a game slow. What's random is what keeps happening. 30, 40 seconds, like Cooper flying in, giving away fouls, and we was under the cosh straight away. We were sitting very, very deep against Bournemouth. Now, again, I'll hold my hands up here. I say we've got to go and press. We have to go and press. The couple of occasions we went to go and press, they played short from goal kicks and absolutely picked us apart and caused us problems. First time out, Brooks is on the ball, jinks in between 3 or 4, shoots and Bolkowski saves. People moaning already, 3 minutes in, we're going to get hammered here. Okay, he's a good player, and he's got in. He's a Premier League standard, in my opinion, and he's forced a good goalkeeper into a good save. And that's what we've got, a good goalkeeper. So let's not worry about it too much. That's what Bart's there for. And a brilliant, probably Neil Harris's best signing, along with maybe Cooper, I don't know. Probably Bart, you've got to say, is Harris's best signing. An absolute bargain, and that will go down as one of Neil Harris's better dealings at the club. So they have that chance from Brooks. Then, as I said, we go to, I'm moaning, saying, why are we sitting off? Why are we sitting off? We go and try and press high. They come out, they play it from the back like a Premier League side. Goalkeeper, they've gone left to right, right to left, the whole length of the pitch. As a result, they're through on goal. A brilliant strike at goal, and Alex Pearce comes out of nowhere, throws his body on the line and deflects it wide for a corner. And they're arguing amongst themselves and they can't get to grips with it. But then, the longer the game went on, we did get to grips with it. And although Bournemouth were very exciting coming forward, you could just sense, and I could sense it, and a lot of people on the live stream were saying it, that you could just sense we was going to get something from this game. The longer it went on, the more confident we grew. And again, for those saying it's not the manager's fault, it's the players' fault, I will always say they play to the manager's instructions, so it's the manager's fault. However, and I don't want to moan at Jed, because again, he does run his bollocks off for the club. You can't say he doesn't. At the minute, he's either one, completely burnt out, or 2, he's nowhere near the player he used to be and he's not going to be anymore. I'm not sure which of those that is, but regardless, he still gets himself in these positions. He's still, you say he's burnt out, he fucking runs like a roadrunner still, that's for sure. But he needs a goal. He's lacking in confidence, and when you're defending away at teams like Bournemouth, you know you're going to concede a lot of possession in the 90 minutes. You know you're going to be chasing shadows a lot for 90 minutes, and you're going to have the back to the wall for 90 minutes. You're not going to get many opportunities in that 90 minutes as well. You have to take the ones you get. And Woods, again, don't rate him as a Millwall player, but if he dares to venture up that pitch, he can knock a lovely pass. We know he can. So instead of knocking 20, 30 yarders around the back three, if he can get forward, like he showed twice in our last home game against Coventry, and like he's done again Tuesday, a brilliant pass through to Jed. Jed's through, his pace takes him away from everyone. And again, I don't want to be negative, but our main man who we're heavily reliant on, four clean sheets. Well, for the keepers it might be, for shots against him. 4 one-on-ones in a row, if I can say it. 4 one-on-ones in a row. He needs to put one away. He keeps missing them. He keeps kicking them into the keeper's legs. And a team in our position need to take those opportunities. From the resulting corner, Jake Cooper finally manages. I feel sorry for Coops and Rowett in a sense, because teams know that one of our very few opportunities to score goals and be dangerous are from set pieces, Jed's free kicks and Cooper's set piece corners. So Cooper used to score a lot of goals, now not so much. We then use Cooper as a dummy for Hutchinson. That's now been sussed out. So in the last 6 weeks alone, I've seen us group on the penalty spot as a 3 or a 4. I've seen Cooper come from the back, try and attack the penalty spot. I've seen Cooper try and get around the back post. On this occasion, he does give the defenders the slip, heads it back across the goal, and the little short guy on the line jumps like an absolute legend. I don't know what he jumped like. I was trying to think of a good... Jumps right, it's like a salmon. There you go. And heads the ball off the line. And Cooper couldn't do any more than that. It's a brilliant goal-saving, goal line clearance from the salmon. But we need to take those opportunities. Jed's one especially, and you can sense that and you can tell that, and you know that is fact, because what happens is right on the stroke at half-time, no worse time to concede in a football match. Bournemouth get the goal, and again, it's just a good fucking goal from a good side that play a high level of pop, 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 pep, pop. Premier League team, their front three, I think, were Brooks, Solanke and someone else. They had Joshua King or Marks as danger man on the bench. So it just shows you what strength they got in depth and firepower coming forward. And if you don't take your chances, you pay the price. Right on half-time, injury time in the first half. Solanke scored. At this point, yes, I was drunk, but I said, you know what, if we go on and lose this game now, as long as we perform like that and give everything in the second half, then I honestly do not have a problem with it. And I got more than a bargain for in the second half. So it just shows you, I'm not always a miserable bastard. I'm not intentionally moaning and going on about the same things. I'll probably drive you mad going on about the same things sometimes. I fucking drive myself mad going on about it all the time. The second half was a little bit more of a non-event. The tempo died a bit. That could have been even more Merlot kicking in. But what it was, that suits us, because the longer that goes, okay, kill the vibe, kill the momentum, kill the atmosphere, and try and kill the game a little bit flat. And when the time is right, we'll go searching. Of course, we did it at the post in the second half. Ken Zahor hits a free kick, goes under the wall, comes back off the post. Very unlucky there. I'm struggling to remember chances of any note that Bournemouth had in the second half. But you could just sense it. Then the time comes, and he doesn't do a like for like. It goes back to what he used to do at the very beginning, when he used to make triple subs, double subs, go for the thing. We need to get something from this game. I'm sure he could sense it as well, being the man manager that he is and the tactician that he allegedly is. And he makes that change. Triple substitution. We go long, direct. Cooper flicks one on the edge of the box, and the big dog, Matteo Smith, off the bench. Now I'm going to say this. If we don't manage to extend Ken Zahor's loan and he goes back to West Brom after Nottingham Forest on Saturday, then we just simply have to play Matt Smith. I've criticised Smith in the past. A lot of you criticise Smith. I honestly think I'd have half a chance against him in a 100-metre race. No, he's not that slow. But he's slow. But listen, I think Jake Sanders put up online. I'm going to find it for you, because I love a bit of Jake Sanders knowledge. And there it is online for you on the screen right now. There you go. Matt Smith scores goals. That is a fact. And we're looking for a big man. We're looking for a target man. Yes, him and Zahor are quite different players. But he has to play the big man. He scores goals. And that is ultimately all I want my centre forward to do, is score goals. So we could have gone on and won it. We didn't win it. We got a point. It's a very, very good point. I'm going to go through the team now quickly. The starting 11. Bulkowski, brilliant again. The back three, superb. Alex Pearce especially. And Jake Cooper, good to see him getting involved with things going forward. Hutch, I love. Still a little bit shaky on the ball at times, Hutchinson. Danny McNamara, I didn't fear for him, but he's been playing in Scotland, so it's hard to scope what level he's at. He played against Bournemouth, he played well, played very well, as did Scott Malone, but he didn't have to do too much defending in that game. Danny Mack had to do a bit, Scott Malone didn't have to do any. Now, I was worried whether Danny Mack could rise to the challenge. Brilliant, brilliant, mate. Took us out of trouble many times at the back post. Corners coming over. He's running us out, getting it down the line. He's confident going forward. He tries to get involved in the box at the other end. And rightly so, not just mine. I'm sure everyone's man of the match. And I'm absolutely buzzing for him. Always buzzing for Billy Mitchell to be involved as well, because I know you're going to get that and more from Billy Mitchell as well. They're the type of players we need in our team. And I've been waiting for Billy to come back. I didn't even really notice what was going on with Danny. Danny's in now. If we can get Billy back in as well, you're going to get that level of intensity and commitment and millwallness from Billy Mitchell as well in the centre of midfield. So, mark my words, him and Danny Mack, big futures at the club going forward. And that's just what we need in our first team. Tenacity, angriness, dedication, a desire, a willingness and a hunger to fucking die for the club if need be. That could be dramatic. But that's how it looked with Danny Mack. And I know you're going to get the same from Billy Mitchell when he's back. So, brilliant. Over the moon with those two. In the centre midfield, Ryan Woods and Ryan Leonard. Woods did knock that nice ball going for Jed. I just don't feel he offers a lot in the game. And I'll tell you why I think that. Someone I did criticise in the past, Ryan Leonard. Now, I'm going to say about Ryan Leonard, I think one of the best things Gary Rowett has done since he's been a Millwall manager is his development of Ryan Leonard. Ryan Leonard looks like a different player. He gets injured every week, Ryan Leonard, because he's fucking flying in, throwing his body on the line. And not just that, his distribution was brilliant against Bournemouth as well. He popped the ball lovely, switched it from right to left, left to right. He's forward, he's back, he's throwing his body in, he's getting tackles in, snot blowing, gum showing, loved it. So if he's performing to that level, I didn't really notice Woods alongside him. Maybe it's me, I don't know. But for the only change for me would be Thompson in alongside Leonard. Because again, I don't feel Woods offers that much. Although I don't think he had a terrible game. I don't think he offers anywhere near what Ryan Leonard did. And that's worrying, comparing, where people think they are as levels of players. And then the front three, Jed, look, if he done okay in the game, he gives everything he's got. And again, that's all we want. You can't ask for any more than that. He does look like he's completely burnt out. He needs a rest, or he's just not the player he once was. Maybe he's just having a purple patch. Then up front, Ken Zahor. I think the iFollow commentators were saying that he didn't look interested, Big Ken. I wouldn't agree with that. I hope we can keep him. I can't see it happening. As I said, for now, Smith's going to have to come back in if we can't. And then on the left, Troy Parrott. This is a weird one. Clearly talented. Runs around like a headless chicken. Never, as long as he's got a hole in his arse, ever in his career. He may not be at the championship level right now, some may not think. Whether he is or whether he isn't, and he goes on to have an unbelievable career in football, that career will not be as a centre forward. I'll put my ass on it. He's not a centre forward. He's erratic, yes. He's running all over the place because he's inexperienced. But the more he goes in the games, I can see he's full of beans on the ball. Second half wasn't as good. I don't know. I'm reserving judgment on Parrott a minute. I said he's good, then I said he's shit. Now I'm saying I'm not sure. I don't like that about myself because I want to be, I'm strong in my opinions. I've always got valid opinions and valid reasons for those opinions. So I'm not sure on Parrott though. There is something there inside him. I can see it, but I just can't work out what it is, where it's going to be on the pitch. I don't know. But again, let's have it right. Troy Parrott started 4 or 5 championship games, having never played men's football before, really. He's definitely got something in there, but whether he can channel it, and at the minute, I don't feel we're a club in a position to be waiting to see what comes of that and can we channel it. Comparing him to George Alexander, by the way, is a complete non-event because Troy Parrott isn't the centre forward. George Alexander is a poacher centre forward and will work hard and chase down fullbacks. Troy Alexander, put them together, you'd have a fucking unreal player. Troy Parrott is, I don't know what he is, but he's definitely not a centre forward. He's a bit of a luxury player. I'm sure he's got talent. I'm sure he's going to be a good player in time. He's going to have a good career. But at the minute, we can't really afford to wait for that to nurture. We're not in a position to be doing that. We need digging in players at the minute, kick, bollock and bite, which the likes of Ryan Leonard, the likes of Ben Thompson, Danny McNamara, Billy Mitchell, they're the sort of players, Alex Pearce, Jake Cooper, Sean Hutchinson. We've got enough of them in there. So at the minute, I don't know. I'm still undecided on Parrott. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll leave that one there. Now, moving on to my only negative. The only negative I can have, and it's valid as well, right, is people going, oh, he's brilliant, what a performance. It was a very good point against a team third in the division. But I think where things have been so bad, myself included, I'm going mad like we won the FA Cup on Tuesday night, and we haven't. We've drawn away at Bournemouth. Now, the problem you've got is, this is fine, okay? But the away form isn't our problem. We know what works away. 3 at the back does primarily. It has done in the time Gary Rowett's been in charge. But the problem you've got is, that's all well and good, but we need to be winning games somewhere. And we can't win any games at home. So drawing your away games is fantastic. But if you can't win any games at the Den, if you draw 46 out of 46, you're more than likely going to get relegated. So what we need to do is okay, if we can't win at the Den, draw at the Den, and win some away games. So as good as this is, the result, we need somewhere along the line. It doesn't matter whether you draw your away games, win your home games, or vice versa. It doesn't matter. But we need to get wins on the board. That was a difficult game to win. I'm not saying we should have won that particular game. But the biggest issue we've got, and me personally, I've got, is our inability to pick up points at home. Now, if we can't pick up points at home, we need more than draws away, occasionally. So Saturday's test, we'll move on to it now. Away at Nottingham Forest is a brilliant opportunity to get 3 points. And somewhere, we need 3 points. And hopefully it will come this Saturday at the City Ground, of course. The last game we played before full lockdown was at the City Ground, where we won 3-0. 3-0 up at half-time. What a night. Myself and Joe O'Mara were there, and Matt Smith got a hat-trick. They're currently managed by Chris Houghton. They're not currently doing too well. They sit 20th in the table, 4 points and 4 places below us. However, their form suggests that could be a little bit of a false position because they have won 3 of their last 6 games. Last time out was in the FA Cup, a 1-0 win against Cardiff at the City Ground. But previous to that, they're unbeaten in their last 5 league games with good results against Stoke and a win at Preston on the road. Suggests they could be on an upturn of fortune. So this is your pre-match prediction, and here we go. I am going to go for a 1-1 draw with Ken Zahor to get the goal. I was going to say on his last game for the club. Hopefully it won't be the last game for the club. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. He has to stick with a team that's played on Tuesday, unless one of them's slightly injured. Tyler Berry, by the way, was the 19th man, I believe, in the squad. There was no injury to him, and a lot of people were saying, why is he even involved? Well, that was apparently he was 19th man against Bournemouth on Tuesday, so that's why he wasn't involved. No injuries. But regardless, I would stick with the same team. I'll be tempted to switch Woods for Thompson, but you can't really argue with the performance and the dedication you got from every single one of them on Tuesday. So in that case, if he goes for an unchanged side, I think we can get a point. Is it a good point? A point's a point on the road. You can't knock it. But as I said, you can't then go back to the Den. And we've got games against Norwich and Watford in between an FA Cup match. Very, very difficult fixtures. We need wins somewhere along the way. And someone said to me the other day, well, there is no home, you can't have it both ways. Well, there is no home and away games at the minute because there's no fans there. So you can't say, oh, we've got to win our games at home and, because our fans aren't there, we can't win no games. And then say, well, there is no home and away games. I want to see us win a game. I don't give a fuck how we do it. But the time for talk is over. We need to win another game, and Saturday would be brilliant if we could. But I'm going for a 1-1 draw with Ken Zahor to get the goal. So that's your lot for this Thursday club. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've just this second interviewed Scott Taylor. That will be going out on our Patreon page tomorrow. It'll be out on our YouTube channel next Friday. The Patreons have seen Ronnie Ball. I've had that one for the last week, and that will be up on our YouTube channel tomorrow. I'm staggering them out 1 per week so I can make sure I get everything right. Don't get ahead of myself. And I've got to stagger them out, in interest of sponsorship purposes. So really enjoyed that one. Spoke about his time at the club. It was brief, yes, but plenty went on while he was at the club, including, of course, that memorable night at Goodison Park, a 4-2 win in the second leg of the Coca-Cola Cup in 1995. He scored 2 and set up another 2. So very interesting chat. Really enjoyed that. Just happened, so just thought I'd mention it. But I'll see you on Saturday for a live stream, 3 o'clock kickoff. I'll be live from 2:30. 887 people all at the same time. A record for us on Saturday coming to the live stream. I keep saying Saturday. It was on Tuesday night. I was quite drunk, and I'm sorry for that. But join us Saturday. I might get pissed again if it gets the job done. Please subscribe to Lions TV. Come on, you Lions.